9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 0, 0.
Now, live from Studio B, two guys whose business cards simply say, I'll call you. It's The Bottom Line with your host DJ and KJ, asking tough questions, getting real answers, and sorting through it all to get to the bottom line.
Take two, DJ.
TBL, taking two.
Let's try it again here if we can.
Load it up one time and shoot it. kill that first one.
You want to kill that one?
Yeah.
Is it time to? Uh-oh. Okay, let's see. Here we go.
Out of its misery.
Yeah, maybe. I'm getting much better from lots of folks, so. We're only 20 minutes late, but hey, we hadn't done one of these in 3 weeks.
That means we'll go 20 minutes longer.
Yeah. So
who gives a rip?
Now Facebook, you can just do unlimited. You can run for 24 hours streaming. I just found that out with this new release.
Once again, there can be a TBL without me, but there can't be a TBL without you.
Hey. Listen, don't sell yourself short, okay?
I promise you.
I moved. I mean,
I watched you splice, fuse, twist, turn every knob over there, and now magically everything's back where it needs to be.
Yeah, I just hope it stays there. Because there's a distinct possibility that it may not. That always happens. So, DJ, as we were saying earlier, been a long time. What? I don't know, 3 weeks, 4 weeks since we did one of these?
At least 3, possibly 4.
I know we need to look the opposite direction, but...
I'll go this way. Is that what I need to be doing?
Yeah.
That has me looking towards you on the screen, correct?
Yeah, and I'm supposed to be looking over here, but I can't. Anyway, so, yeah, it's been about 3 weeks. Let's talk about the great white elephant in the room. Holy smokes, okay. How about the election?
Great voter turnout, comparatively speaking. It's never what you want it to be, but there was a much better turnout, I think, this year than there was 4 years ago, and of course the elections before that. But before we get into slicing and dicing the different races, everybody who ran should be commended. That's not easy to put your name on the ballot and subject yourself to what you have to during the process, and obviously, there's disappointment when it doesn't go your way, but I appreciate people towing the line, putting their name on the paper, and giving all of us choices. That's important to have choices.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. I know you've done it one time, DJ. I can't do it.
Finish third.
I mean, I wasn't trying to bring that up. I'm just saying I can't. I can't do that. And yes, we're playing with phones right now, trying to get this thing figured out. So I know we're not looking like we're supposed to look with this camera orientation, but we're back up now and running. So maybe we don't kill something or shut something down here.
Ken, I think you'll pick up on this. One of our best supporters of the TBL network has chimed in and said they didn't want to miss the birthdays. They've kind of.
I hadn't heard that one in a while, but I tell you, yo, man, I don't know.
Load it up.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we done. I know we still have the we're bound to still have the, don't get me to lie, we may not have it.
The music?
I had some birthday music at one time. I changed a lot of that stuff out when we were, I guess another thing, since we got into the Taylor Miller Athletics thing, some of this stuff kind of got moved around and changed around. So I can't sit here and lie and say that we have everything in order like we did just because it's been a while since we've done this particular show. We couldn't be, it's hard to be the bottom line on Taylor Miller Athletics page.
Absolutely.
But we can get down to the bottom line here tonight because that's what this page is all about. Or whatever, however you're watching us, I don't know how you may be watching us, but we got that back. We got that back.
Keep that buzzer handy too. Keep the buzzer handy.
We got some of that stuff back. So let's talk about the election, DJ.
District 1.
Carrie
Brown going in. Pat Poole out.
She
good race.
Hey, listen, that was a great race. Pat, he came in and came on the bottom line, and I got to say, he gave us the bottom line the night he came in. If you recall, I don't think I probably have to remind you much of these shows that we do, but he did give us the bottom line that night. But I tell you what, looking forward to Carrie coming in and her participation in the on the city council, just to see how it goes. And I think the last woman city councilman we had was Miss Sasser, was it not?
Miss Anne Marie Sasser, and she was also in District 1.
She was, and so that's going to be it's going to be fun to see how that works. District 2, Coach Cotton, of course, he retired from public service.
Lawrence Weaver in
by
a wide margin. That was the widest of all of them, I believe.
It was,
and he won District 2 going away.
He did. Coach Cotton said he had done it. He'd been there long enough. He told me that last time, and then I opened the Tri-City Ledger, and there he is with that smiling face, saying he was running again. And I have never forgiven him for doing me that way. To this day, I still haven't forgiven for doing me that way. But anyway, District 3, Feast Broughton
over John Angel, another good race. Feast, a new face there to the city council. So that's Districts 1, 2, and 3 are going to have new representation, new ideas, new voices. That should make things interesting.
It should. Of course, District 4, Joe Watson in by, I would say, a wide margin over Pat Hendrith.
Yes.
Over 100 votes.
Joe, the incumbent, getting outstanding support.
Certainly did.
In the election.
And, of course, the tightest race, I would say, of the night, District 5, Councilman Fred Barton coming back in, the incumbent. But
Sean Lundy's a name to watch.
She really is.
4 years from now.
Tight race. I would think that 4 years from now, if she runs again, that's something to watch for sure. So big time here in Brewton, Alabama, as far as the local elections go, and turned out well. Going to be interested to see. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Don't forget the big chair, mayor.
And we haven't talked about the mayor, so I did forget about that. I apologize. I thought we talked about that. Well, we were off there. And, of course, Yank Lovelace, the incumbent, coming back in over Frank Nolte. Another good race.
Good race.
Lots of things that went on. A lot of politicking this time. That's that. I mean, we saw a lot of that. Of course, I think you were in the race last time that we ran.
By name only.
Well, I didn't mean that. I'm just. I guess what I'm saying is to go out,
load it up,
to go to go out and knock on all those doors that you have to do. I saw Eric Cole the other day in Subway, and Eric was telling me he had been spending some time out on Travis Road and that area, and it was hot. And I said, I'm gonna tell you something. That's really wanting to get out and do it. I mean, really. And, because let's be honest. I mean, you beating the pavement pretty good when you're doing that kind of thing. So my hat's off to anybody that'll go out and do that kind of thing. And I wish I could find that birthday song. I used to have it. I just don't know what happened to it.
She would love it.
Well,
going back to the council races just for a minute, Ken.
Yeah, let's go back.
Not that their predecessors were not. They all brought their talents and had some good points and served the council well. But one of the things that I'm excited about in terms of our town and different projects that may come down the way the next 4 years is there's a lot of independent thinkers that are going to be on there. Kerry Brown's not going to go in and rubber stamp anything.
No.
Lawrence Weaver, retired fire chief. He kind of understands the inner workings of city government. Feast Broughton as well, retired police officer. And they're going to have things, obviously, that are important to them, things that they're going to try to push through. But I think they'll also know how to work within the context of a team. It's not always just take. There's a lot of give that goes along with it. And I think this city council has a chance to be a very strong one. And I'm looking forward to the direction they're going to take our town.
I am too. We heard a lot about economic development.
Yeah, and you may tell you when you're going to hear it again. You're going to hear it again in 4 years.
We hear a lot about that. We heard a lot about that. And I hope we get some economic development into, in our city, because we certainly need it, for sure. We definitely need some economic development and much of it.
Nothing to do for kids either.
Yeah, I agree. I'm saying every other word stopping now. It may be internet issues. I'm not real sure. We're having all kind of problems here tonight.
I can tell you one thing you can do if you're a kid.
What's that?
You can go to the Terrell Miller football game on Friday. Pretty cool place to be.
Yes, you can. I see that too. You getting the same thing?
I'm getting a little bit of it.
Yeah, every other word. I don't know what's going on tonight with this audio. We're experiencing all kind of technical.
Thank God we're good looking, Ken. If the audio goes out, they can just look at us.
Let me tell you something. If we're depending on that, we're in rough shape.
This will be the last broadcast of the TBL network.
Yeah, it will. I don't know what's going on because I don't see it on this end. It doesn't show on this side that it's doing that. But oh well, we're just gonna continue on. And
is there another Sierra I missed?
We're gonna we're gonna continue on with it.
I'm getting
same thing
now. Audio, video, good.
Oh, okay.
That comes in from somebody who would know.
Okay, well, good.
Anything.
As Steve Nelson once said, do we need to get David Maddox down here?
Well, that's who's texting me and saying that his audio and video is good.
Okay, well, good. Thank you, David.
Yeah,
keep an eye on that for us if you don't mind. I wonder if we might not have a cable issue or something going on here somewhere.
And we actually have plans for David Maddox, by the way.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know if he knows it yet.
Are you popping the top over there? Oh,
right there.
Another one of those fine Pepsi products brought to you by
Lance McKenzie.
Yeah, brought to you by Butch,
the butcher,
the man. So anyway, yeah, what we were talking about economic development. We need a lot of that. We need more jobs. Everybody needs more jobs. We need more higher paying jobs. I'm just anxious to see what comes in. I know we got a place opening up in the industrial park soon. So, I'm anxious to see how that works out and anxious to see how a lot of this stuff goes on in the fall. Of course, we talked about that some. We've had several groups in over the course of the last several months talking about different things. And one thing, I don't know if we've done a bottom line since the woman-to-woman group had the drive down at the Sportsman's Park, but what a great turnout for that.
Man, helped a lot of kids get back to school
really
with supplies and uniforms and things of that nature. That group, and I've heard several good comments about them from others in the community and the things they're doing. They're not the only ones, but they are a group that have dedicated themselves to bettering their community, and we're going to support them in every way we can. I know that we're going to do that.
We certainly will. They're welcome to come back anytime.
They're a fun group.
They are. They're a lot of fun. I'll tell you, I am looking forward to to this new city council? When will they be seated, DJ?
That's a great question.
I don't know.
That's a great question.
Let me put this here.
I think they come up with
Put that back there. Maybe if somebody knows, maybe they can text us to that number that's up on the screen.
I believe they have to come out with the budget October 1st. I think that starts a new fiscal year.
So will that be the new council that signs that budget?
I think so.
Or the old council?
I think the new one will do it. I'm not positive, but I think the new one will do it.
Okay, well.
I think that'd be a little dangerous to maybe let an outgoing group.
Well, listen, that happens in Montgomery and Washington on an everyday basis, does it not?
I'm convinced they can't get it right.
Listen, speaking of Montgomery, how can we not get this lottery thing correct up there and just put it before the people?
Because it's in the state of Alabama.
I mean, what's wrong with people in Montgomery to realize that there is a lottery in every state around us? Is it not?
Every state.
Okay. You know, we want a war. They want a war with the Indians in Atmore. They want a war. They don't, you know, the same. And what's crazy, the same people that you see with no lottery signs in their front yard. Remember last time they had the big lottery thing?
I do.
It's the same folks you'll see standing in line down there when that jackpot gets up to about 300 or 400 million. They standing in line down there wanting a lottery ticket. No, I mean, listen, that's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line.
You know, it's exactly what they do. But why can't they get it right? Can we get a couple of those people to come in here one night on the? You reckon anybody would show up in here to come on that?
On this program? Absolutely. Absolutely.
We have extended a lot of invitations, and only a few have braved the waters to come in. By the way, talking about braving the waters, hadn't had a report from Fort Fleming in several episodes. Would like to get a report from Fort Fleming at some point.
Well, I saw on Facebook today where Fleming Farms, which is a subsidiary of Fort Fleming, is going to have boiled peanuts at the farmers market this weekend. And you can bet your bottom dollar I'll have a jar, maybe two of them.
Oh, I guarantee you. Well, and listen, me too. Of course, Keith Dips is back at the Choo Choo Market. Missed out last week. He had kind of like us, he had some technical issues with the refrigerator. But, of course, I know everybody's looking forward to Keith coming and getting those dips back down there. I know I'm looking forward to that. We had some ordered, and Keith, if you're out there, we're looking forward to getting down to that shrimp cocktail for sure.
Holiday weekend coming up. Start of college football.
Oh, is it? Somebody's playing football this weekend?
Auburn is.
Oh man, I don't want to talk about that. I mean, I got to tell you, I talked to a friend of mine that lives in South Carolina today. He's a big Alabama fan, huge Alabama fan. Guy that I've known for years, went to Alabama, and the only thing he wanted to talk about was you know, Alabama and USC and how bad Clemson was going to beat Auburn.
Well, you figure Alabama held them to 42, so that means Auburn might hold them to 70, 75?
Maybe. if we're lucky. I mean, you know, that's going to be a I don't know, just a wild thing.
But the bird will fly before the kickoff. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Is your brother going? He'll be there.
I think he's coming in here this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And speaking of that, and I hope that he's coming to the Miller football game.
I hope he's coming to the pep rally. And
I hope his wife is coming.
Really?
I do. Listen, after that epic post on after that epic post on Facebook, what was it, 2 weeks ago? I'm looking for Jamie to show up in a Miller cheerleader outfit. I have sent them.
You've thrown down the gauntlet.
The ice bucket challenge for that. Josh, if you're listening, don't come down here and whip up on me. But I think he's coming home, so I don't think he's going to see the Auburn Clemson game. But I do think he is coming here.
His post only got shared 100 times, Ken. 100 times.
I called him and asked him how long it took him to come up with that, and he said he just got to sitting there thinking about it, and that's just how it was.
It was from the heart. It was the bottom line.
Oh, it was.
In his mind, that was the bottom line. Well written.
It was. It was. And then you said you went to the pep rally Friday, and it was absolutely one of the best pep rallies that you have been to. Is that what you told me, if I remember correctly?
2 words. Ron Snell. If you haven't met him, you need to do so. He's our new principal. Amazing man. He's a difference maker.
He put it down.
I'm telling you, you talking about getting to the bottom line. He's a difference maker. He's exactly what the school needs. He's exactly what this community needs. He's going to breathe life in that school. And I'm very excited about the direction he is going to take our young people up there. Unbelievable.
I was concerned we were going to have a water gun fight. I mean, that's what was everywhere. You know, you were hearing all that stuff. You know, slip and slides, water guns, this kind of thing. I'm sitting there thinking, we used to have the funeral. Of course, I know. I mean, I say many. I did a lot of music for those back, when I was younger. But I'm just glad to hear that pep rally turned out as good as it did, because you come back in telling me it was fantastic.
It was exciting. A lot of energy. He's coming? Oh, yeah, we'll have him on there. We'll get Ron. We just had a suggestion to get Ron Snell on the bottom line. We'll get him in here.
Well, let's get him.
We'll get him and Dr. Varner and the whole brass.
Yeah.
Because they're all doing amazing things.
Yeah, let's do that.
Ron Snell, he's in the hallways. He's investing these kids. I mean, he's out in the hallways before class, between the classes, knows most every one of them by name. He's only been here, I don't know, a month and a half, maybe 2 months. He's high energy. Have you met him?
I have not met him.
You will love him.
I have not met him, but I tell you what, after listening to what you said about what he got out there and did it up, I mean, that was almost as like a Zeke pep rally, wasn't it?
He grabbed the microphone and he demanded. He didn't ask. He demanded greatness from the student body.
Hey, when we were in school and Zeke grabbed the mic, it was on.
You better.
I mean, it was on. I know we're looking at opposite directions of each other. We're supposed to be looking this way.
I go this way, and I think I'm looking at you. Is that correct? I'm just trying
I think
to
so. Watch this. Okay, hold on.
You going to throw me over on the other side?
That didn't work right. Hold on. Watch this. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that.
That works. There we go.
How about that?
Now. Much better.
That's called shift on the fly, 4-wheel drive.
That's production right there. That's being a producer.
That's about that. That's a little better, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Yeah. So
feels better.
Yeah, I think it does too. So speaking of pep rallies and fired up and all this kind of thing, I tell you what, let's do. Before we get into that, let's take a little small break, if you're good with that, and come back. And when we get back, let's talk about the new game day experience at Municipal Stadium.
Love to.
We'll be back in a minute. Yeah, and so just a quick break here. So we wanted to kind of back up, regroup a little bit. But So let's talk about that, DJ. What we were the new game day experience at Municipal Stadium, T.R. Miller High School last. Of course, we didn't come out with the outcome that we wanted to against the Hot Bobcats, but what a different atmosphere at the school. What a great crowd.
Efforts are being made and will continue to be made to enhance the game day experience. I thought last Friday, with the exception of the outcome of the game, it was a wonderful afternoon/evening. Nothing like a four-hour high school football game.
Nothing like it. And I want to commend Chief Monty McGugan.
Wow.
For his
a star was born last Friday.
I mean, he just put it down.
I'm telling you something. When he announced DeMarcus McMillan taking the ball all the way out to the 53-yard line, you don't get that everywhere. Hey, you don't get that at Hoover High School, I promise.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
But no, seriously, in all seriousness, after the game, the first comment my mother had, and understand this, her granddaughter's a cheerleader, her grandson's on the football team. The first thing she had to say was positive comments about the PA announcer and wanted to confirm that it was Monty and how well he did.
I thought he did a fantastic job. I thought he was energetic. He got behind the Tigers, and that's what it's supposed to be about.
Maybe too much so in some people's opinion.
Well, let's talk about, okay. Well, let's talk about that for a second.
I want to throw this out there.
Go
We're
ahead,
going to get to
go
it.
ahead.
And this happens all the time. Monty McGugan volunteers his time. Last Friday, it ended up being about 4 hours. Volunteered 4 hours of his time to try to enhance the game day experience at T.R. Miller High School. He's obviously an alum. He did not have a kid directly participating in the event that we were at. He promoted T.R. Miller, and he got criticized. A guy from OP called the administration and said that he was too pro T.R. Miller, which really just runs all over me.
I mean, what is that?
T.R. Miller. But in our administrator's defense, Mr. Snell, he told Monty to be bigger and louder and more T.R. Miller this week, and I appreciated Mr. Snell for taking that stance.
We certainly do, and that's a great point. Monty, hey, look, I was in that press box, and I'm here to tell you, it is complete and utter controlled chaos going on in that thing. We got a couple of guys here and guests with us tonight, off-camera guests, but one of them was in the press box, and it is absolutely, it's just chaos. I mean, and when you got two or three people, telling you what's going on, who's doing this, who did that, who did this, who did that. Listen, for his first time, I don't care if it had been his 20th time, I thought he did a fantastic job. I thought his voice was great. I thought it
appeared the crowd was responding.
That's what I was about to say. I think the crowd responded. I thought it was great. I thought he did a great job, and I'm looking forward to more T.R. Miller football games with him at the helm of the microphone for sure. Also, as you could well tell, the band did a great job. Certainly, a lot of good compliments from there. A lot of music got played during the game,
and it's going to continue to do so.
As we've been asked to play more. So it's going to be more music played. I can say this with utter certainty, and I will make this statement. We understand that someone or some people may have thought that there was music played with some explicit language. There was none of that.
That's the bottom line.
That is the bottom line. There was none of that, period.
It might not have been the genre you prefer, but it was not vulgar. It was all family friendly.
It was all, and there was no explicit language in that music whatsoever. That music had been vetted by the top brass themselves. I say top brass. Some of, well, I guess, yeah, you could say that. So, it definitely was. And, so there wasn't any of that kind of thing going on. I thought the crowd enjoyed it.
Well, Ken, I think it's important to point out any of these athletic events at any level, there are efforts being made to try to enhance the fans' experience there, the game day experience. And T.R. Miller is no different than if you went to a game day at Troy, if you went to game day at Auburn, if you went to game day at Alabama, at either campus, Birmingham or Tuscaloosa. They're all going to have a combination of the band participating, piped in music, whatever it is. In no way, shape, or form will the piped in music ever take away from anything that the T.R. Miller Band is trying to do or trying to perform. Ever.
Never.
The T.R. Miller Band, in many ways, in most ways, in my personal opinion, they serve as the catalyst for the school and community spirit. You have a good band, you're going to have spirit.
That's right.
Period.
That's right. Yeah, and that's never going to happen. And, we, as DJ said, maybe it wasn't the exact, genre of music that you were looking for, but I guarantee you, it certainly wasn't explicit.
Also, and I hope I'm okay in saying this, those of you that are up there working the music are open to suggestions. Not that it'll necessarily be
absolutely
honored, but we want input. That's how you take that. The more people that take ownership in the community, the better off it's going to be.
Now, let me say this: everybody that starts jumping up, hollering "Freebird," understand that's going to be tough. You say that, we were talking about bands earlier. How many band shows you ever been to, and everybody in the crowd starts hollering, what song you want to hear? Freebird. But anyway, if you got suggestions, you want to let us know, hey, drop us a line. TR Miller Athletics, TRM Athletics @gmail.com. Let us know. We'll certainly talk about it, take it under advisement. We want people to come out and enjoy coming to the football games at Municipal Stadium. Not that they haven't in the past either. Sure, I'm not trying to say that.
No.
Not saying that.
Trying to build.
We're just kind of, taking it in a different direction. Let's just say that.
There was a big crowd up there Friday. Op brought a very strong crowd, but you take away the recent Miller-Neal games or even the homecoming games, and that was as good a home crowd as Miller's had in the last several years.
It was. It was
no question.
It was a great crowd there, and I thought the crowd got into it.
Yeah.
Certainly, we would have liked the outcome to have been a little different, but and certainly we can sit here and talk about some the white stripe, the white and black striped shirts on the field.
Loaded up. Brutal.
It was
brutal.
Man. Oh,
they had
and I'm not trying to sound like sour grapes either. I'm not trying to come there.
It had no bearing on the outcome of the game. When you turn it over 6 times, you're going to have a hard time winning.
Yeah.
But those guys struggled.
Man.
I got to say this, and I said it a bunch Friday. That air conditioner in the press box.
It is air conditioner in the press box.
How nice was that?
That was nice.
Man.
That was nice.
It was a balmy 66 degrees in our room.
Now, I know you had a neighbor of mine in there with you. Mike Perry was calling the game with you. Did he have on his Green Lantern outfit?
He did not. He went with the T.R. Miller red. Always had to have a good time with Mike. We do at least one game a year, every year for the last several. Loves this community, loves the school, very knowledgeable. We had a good time.
I'll come home for lunch or something and pass Mike, and you never miss him. You're always going to see him walking down the road because he has got an outfit on, let me tell you.
And speaking of school spirit, he comes from a great T.R. Miller family. Miss Perry was the secretary up there.
That's
when
right.
we were there, and you talking about somebody who served as an ambassador to school spirit.
Oh, wow.
She always had the flair. Every pin that had ever been sold,
she had it.
She had it on her game day jersey. Of course, there are other children. Ricky Perry, Tammy Perry was a cheerleader up there. Just a great, and of course, Mr. Wilbur Perry was in the recreation scene for years and years and years. He umpired baseball games that I played in and my son. I mean, that's a
wow,
pretty big gap there.
Yeah. Like I said, I thought everything went well, except for the outcome. Everything else was fantastic. Had a great time, great crowd. Hope to see a great crowd there again this Friday night. Y'all doing Tiger Talk tomorrow at 6. Is that correct?
Tiger Talk at 6 at the Oaks Cafe.
You can catch that on 106.3 or the TR Miller Athletics page here on Facebook.
We're going to have it on that page tomorrow.
Well, if we don't, something's wrong. I hope we will.
Okay. I just want to put his.
I mean, let me say this, Bard. We don't have any technical difficulties, and we're subject to have that. So, let me go ahead. I get where I smell what the Rock's cooking now. I get what you're saying. That can not happen, but hopefully we will have it there. Hopefully, I know the stream last week was a little rough for the football game on Friday. So hopefully we'll have something worked out with that. We're looking into that as we speak. Got a couple other infrastructure things got to happen at the press box.
Trey, are we on? Trey, are we on?
That's what you spent your time doing a lot. So hopefully we'll have a different situation going on in a few weeks where we've got some live video, audio, the whole 9 yards coming where we can stream it and people can watch the game that can't make it to the games. There's a lot of people that can't make it to a T.R. Miller game but would love to watch it.
Middle school football tomorrow also here at Municipal Stadium, 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
And volleyball. I think they're going to play. I know it's at home. I think they play at the middle school because of air conditioning.
Oh, is it? Okay.
The Lady Tigers will be in action at 4 o'clock over at the middle school, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. So whatever side of town you're on, stop by and catch some of the action.
Now, didn't Dr. V tell us the other day that they're working on air conditioning in the new gym?
I think that is coming not this school year, but in time for next year.
Okay.
I think that's what we understood you to say.
Did they get finished with the North End ticket booth?
Yeah,
they did.
Yep.
So were they open last week?
They were. There was still some of the sand and gravel and some of the building materials.
Well, I saw the concession stand. Let me tell you something. I'm not telling you which concession stand to go to, but the one on the north end was a whole lot less busy than the one on the south end for sure. So you could walk up there and get some water or whatever you needed pretty quick. And unlike you probably had runners bringing you stuff up there. We didn't have that in the press box. Chief said that would be eliminated and fixed for Friday night.
I'll put y'all up with my people. I'll hook y'all up with my people.
Well, please, hey, why don't you do that? Would you have your people contact our people?
I'll have our people contact your people.
I'm going to tell you, man, we got a little chat, a little parched up in the press box and needed some hydration and couldn't find it.
Well, one of the things I was worried about, to be honest with you, when I looked over there and saw the bodies in there, Monty's, I guess, 6'4", 6'5", 2.5 bills. Nick Etheridge is 6'6", 6'7". He's 2.5 bills. You're full grown.
I'm full. I'm 2.5 plus.
I was worried about space. Hey, I thought spacing would be an issue possibly. Greg's a big guy.
Greg's we had the two officials over in the corner over there.
They could have left.
Maybe that's why the clock that she was running was so bad. The clockwork was so bad.
I'll tell you what.
One time she just let the clock run. We were all in there going berserk. What's going on?
I'll tell you what. If they walk up there again Friday, politely ask them to leave, and a couple of y'all just handle it. It doesn't matter what you do.
If you're giving us the green light, we will.
Absolutely.
We don't work for the school, right? I wonder if we could get away with it. We probably wouldn't be able to come back.
Well, they're not coming back. I can assure you of that. They won't be back.
I'm going to tell you, man, that was rough. Ooh.
Coach Cotton turned them in on Monday. You know that, don't you?
I didn't.
When we got to work on Monday, the first thing he told me, he's on the advisory board.
That's right.
The State Alabama High School.
I always get on him about it because he gets into every football game he goes to for free.
Greg Brewer, who is over the officials for the state, got a phone call from Coach Cotton.
Coach was a little ill.
Coach was upset.
He was a little ill about it. I'm going to tell you, that was some rough officiating.
Coach loves to tell you Monday through Thursday that he really doesn't care about it anymore.
Don't listen to that.
Anybody who gets at the game at Friday on 3:30,
trust me,
they still care.
Listen, he can tell you that all he wants to, but he'll walk by me Monday through Thursday telling me what's going on at practice.
I guarantee. I saw him. Yeah.
Am I lying? No, he will. He'll walk by you and say, "Hey, let me tell you what they're doing. This is this and this is that." And, so. I'll tell you what, DJ, let's take one more little small break here, and we'll come back and we'll take this thing on. If I can hold on a second, if I can find something.
The birthday music.
For some reason I can't find it. I'm gonna have to find it. We'll be back in a minute. back again. DJ, I cannot find the birthday music.
Well, that'll be a project for the next week. We need to have that loaded up in the cart, ready to go.
I'll have it. I promise you it will be ready for the next time we do this. That's for sure.
Fair enough.
One thing we have not mentioned, and of course we were just, you brought it up, and I'm glad you did. I had thought about it. The Bruton Chamber of Commerce PCA Rodeo
Yeehaw.
is coming up again, October the, was it 15th and 16th, I think it is?
Can I have a request?
Absolutely.
My birthday's that Thursday, the 13th.
You want a free ticket?
I would actually like to maybe ride on the horse with the girl that brings the American flag out to kick that thing off.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I know you're a button pusher that weekend.
I'm gonna try to make that happen.
Is it gonna be the same girls last year?
I can't tell you that. Does it matter what she looks like?
Yeah.
Does it matter how much she weighs?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm just asking.
Yes.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't make promises that all I can do is just try.
In all seriousness, the rodeo is a can't miss event. I went last year and we've talked about it here before. If it's a chamber sponsored event, get your tickets early. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I'll tell you what I want to do. Just had a texter in and said it, and I'm going to reiterate it. I think this year you're getting in the race thing that they have out there on the what is it? Salt? What do they use? Little horse racing thing that they get? No. Trust me.
No.
You will be a part of that this year.
I saw the chief in it last year.
Yes, you did.
And I saw
Mike Lambert,
Lance McKenzie,
Frank Reed.
Yeah, no,
a lot of those guys.
I'm out.
I'm gonna make sure that you get your name called. So if you don't show up, I ain't gonna lie. They called my name and I ran. I went.
I watched you. I watched you.
I acted like I was like, nah, I can't. No.
Are tickets for sale yet for that?
I think that you can get them at the Chamber of Commerce right now. I don't know that they're for sale. I'm sure if somebody's in there that does know, if you could message us or text us or put it on the page here. We certainly want to try to get ticket sales out quick as we can. I'm going to tell you, last year's event was spectacular. Friday night was full. Saturday night was full. To the point of having to wonder where we were going to get more, where they were worrying where they were going to get more bleachers from.
I'm going to be honest with you. I went last year with Chip and had never been to one before. Was very skeptical going down there. Like, am I really going to spend my Saturday night
at a rodeo?
Yeah, in O'Bannon. And it was unbelievable. I mean, it was just a great time. The community really turned out for it. Very supportive. The weather was perfect. The weather was perfect. It was an awesome, and it was awesome if you were 5 or 55.
I don't know if I told you this either, but we're putting of course, somebody came around and said that they didn't want the barbecue competition to go away. So, going to be a lot of barbecuing teams coming up down there, showing up for the barbecue event. I'm hearing 10 to 12 teams this year
already.
Yes. So that should be a big time. That starts Friday afternoon, cooking. The judging is Saturday at 5:00. But if you want to come have a good time and eat some good barbecue and of course, lots of things for the kids to do. I think they had a semi-mechanical bull. I don't think it was, much more of a kid-friendly mechanical bull than not, urban cowboy type thing. Now, if they have that one, you're going to be the first one on it.
I would do that.
You'd get on that.
Yeah, I'd get on that.
Okay. Well, that's going on Facebook. That will be.
It is now.
Yeah.
It's going on now.
Hey, that's going on Facebook. If they have a mechanical bull, you're getting on that. I'm going to call Melanie tomorrow or Linda and say, hey, I want to request that we get a mechanical bull down there. So you remember this.
Urban cowboy.
I was going to say, you remember this. I want to see the cowboy hat. Everything. I want you to do it.
I'll wrap up the wrist like Travolta did.
Hey, man. You going to have a little Mickey Gilly playing at the same time when you get on that thing?
You don't want Grayson caps?
I mean, I don't know. Does that work for the rodeo?
It doesn't work.
Okay. Well.
Period.
Gotcha.
Would you agree?
Yes. So, but hey, man, listen, I would love to have you on a mechanical bull for sure. But I'll tell you this, they do put on it is a great event. It's a great family event. If you're looking for something to do and it doesn't cost a ton of money, it is a great time, and you'd be missing out not coming. And that is the bottom line.
It's going to be, it's October 14th and 15th. That's
Okay.
Friday and Saturday.
I'm sorry, 14th and 15th. Okay.
You need to go ahead and make plans.
Yep.
Put that on your calendar. There's a lot going on with different things, but the rodeo put on and sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce here in Bruton, East Bruton is something you want to be at. No question about it.
Yeah. So absolutely. And look, we're looking forward to that.
I think we ought to get the women to have a little barbecue team down there. Maybe get one or two of those girls to ride.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you what we need to do.
They got in that Duncan booth with no hesitation.
I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to call them up because we need to ask them who some of those barbecue teams were.
Oh, yes.
At that Sportsman's Park. What was that? The back to school drive. What they had. Let me tell you something.
Well, you sampled them all.
I had the privilege of being a judge for that, and I want you to know that was that barbecue was fantastic.
You need to reach out to them and try to get a couple of those teams in there.
I think I'm gonna call Life Changer and see if I can't get her to hook us up with with some of those. I'd love to have 15
absolutely
or teams or more, but I know somebody else would too, and he'd be happy to see that. So we're certainly looking for a big time of that. Of course, the chamber events are always a big time. And I don't know who. I think Alabama is playing Tennessee that Saturday night.
Come on, Rocky.
I may be wrong, but I'm. Of course, I'll probably get blasted for that. I hadn't looked at the schedule, but I heard somebody say that. So, but I'm sure somebody have a TV down there set up if that's your thing for the barbecue thing. So, at any rate, listen. Tiger Talk tomorrow at 6:00. The JV team at 6:00 at Municipal Stadium. Volleyball
at Bruton Middle School.
At the middle school,
starting at 4:00. So a lot of opportunities to get out and catch some of our student athletes in action.
Friday night, the pregame show. What time, DJ?
6:30. Kickoff at
6:30. Who is the guest color commentator this week?
Bart Till.
Big Lou. Bart Till, school board member.
He may not know it yet, but yeah, it's going to be Bart.
Oh, he didn't know it.
Bart, are you watching?
You just announced this.
Yeah, you're in.
Okay. Wow. Well, that's
yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Bart's a very knowledgeable fan. Recently nominated to the school board. Obviously a big fan of T.R. Miller in our school system. It'll be a lot of fun with him. And like I said, we do it once a year also, and I'm looking forward to getting in there with Big Lou and getting the Tigers a big victory.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're certainly looking for that. Keith just reminded us the Choo Choo Market Saturday morning. What time does that start? Is it 9?
I want to say it's 9 to 12, but it might be 8 to 12. Keith's Dips and Fleming Farms, I know we're going to be there.
Oh yeah, well Keith Dips, I think he's
great appetizers for the games on Saturday.
Absolutely. Got the refrigerator going again, and I think he's ready to go for that. So if we're wrong, we'll put it on the page. Oh, it's 9 to 2.
9 to 2.
Okay. Thank you, Keith.
That gets you back in time for kickoff.
That's right. 9 to 2.
Plenty of time for kickoff.
You could go down and check out and get your dip on. And
yeah.
and be one of Keith's dip stars. Have you seen the program he's running where if you buy some that kind of thing? So you can check that out. Also, Fleming's going to have some
boiled peanuts.
Okay. Well, different flavor varieties or what?
He's using Nalty's seasoning, like the Nalty's crab bowl, I think is what he's using.
Right.
And they sound good. I'm going to try them, I can assure you.
They sound, I
think it's going to hit.
I can't wait to try them.
I think you can buy them. He's going to have them packaged in different sizes. I think he's going to have them in mason jars, to be honest with you. Quart size, maybe a half quart. But they'll be good. Greg doesn't do anything halfway. It's going to be right. No. It's going to be good. So get down to the Choo Choo Market Saturday morning and get your apps for the football games later in the afternoon and evening.
Well, listen,
Labor Day weekend too.
It's Labor Day weekend. Everybody you be careful out there. You know, a lot of trees out there.
And I guess we can say it. I guess I can say it. Brooke Bridges ran away. I don't care.
Whew.
Could care less.
Left a note this time.
Good for her.
You know,
I say I could care less. I mean, I want the girl to be safe, but I mean, come on. A lot of resources, a lot of people put their time out there. You know, last time this happened, and that needs to clear itself up.
yeah, that was rough. You know, a lot of people put in a lot of time for that. But you know, like I said, we're going to
I just got popped for that, didn't I?
Oh man.
Hey, cutting edge.
Oh,
It's not the first time.
man.
Hit me with your best shot.
That was below the belt, wasn't it?
It is what it is.
I mean, ugh. All right, so listen, Labor Day weekend, we'll be back next Wednesday night.
Maybe,
or we may be doing something else Wednesday night. It just depends, you know. But one thing's for certain, if we're back here, we're gonna get what, DJ?
to the bottom line. Stay classy, Rutan.
The Bottom Line was brought to you by Bossman Productions. The views expressed by call-in guest or in-studio guest are not necessarily those of The Bottom Line, the host, Bossman Productions, other advertisers, or any affiliate of The Bottom Line. The Bottom Line is for entertainment purposes only.